responds is probably pretty much it. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Wow. Oh, that did not feel good. Ooh. Okay.
If I go see it on the 1st, I won't be like I'll work on getting my ticket for the 3rd, but I won't be like anxious to get it.
All right, like I said, just be careful.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just you know how the internet is.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be cautious. And you only got another day or so it's not that big.
That's fine.
Because, like I said, what makes Twitter even more dangerous isn't even like a blah 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 happen. It's more so someone might have a pivotal scene as like their profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Like it could pop up anywhere like that. Like when Luke was in season 2 of The Mandalorian, someone made that their profile picture.
They did.
And I'm like, damn, can they wake up first? Like what the hell?
Yeah, you can't do that.
I gotta scroll.
I would have waited for Thursday, but I know for a fact that Juwan would not shut the fuck up. And I was like, I'm gonna have to.
What did I tell you, Trayvon? I told you there was no way that if I didn't go the first and people started talking about what happened, I have the willpower to not jump in that conversation. Like, all right, what happened? Like he did what? Oh shit. What happened? I don't have the willpower for that. So no, absolutely not. But I told you what we got to do. We have to. I'm not strong. I'm not strong at all. I'm not a strong person. I found that out when Infinity War came out. Kanan was like, "You want to know who dies?" And I was like, "Yes, everything." And he told me, and I cried. I'm like, "Damn, I wish I saw that in theaters." Like,
you're a bitch.
I am. No lies were told there. I am, man. No willpower. What's up, Joe? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of Galactic Review. This will be our final episode till May 25th, when Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out. I was very confused by the poster. Are they saying the show is called Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or are they just alluding to his name as Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I think it's the name of the show.
I think the show. Yeah.
Wow. I kind of liked it better when it was just Kenobi. When I saw it, I was just like, oh, this is fan-made. And then I saw the email from Disney, like, promote this. I'm like, oh, wow. All right. And he super looks like Jesus in that poster. I don't know if they were trying for that, but Obi-Wan straight up looks like all the drawings and stuff of Jesus. But anyway, welcome, like I said, to our season finale review of Book of Boba. We have given you guys a review for 7 straight weeks. And today is the finale. And like I said, our last Star Wars anything till May 25th. But welcoming in first, starting off with Trayvon. What's up, Trayvon?
Hey everybody, I'm happy to talk about this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Had like one issue, but I guess it's not really an issue. It's just something they did I thought was dumb. But other than that, it's fine. Everything else good. We're gonna talk about it. I had a good time though.
Next up, just draped in Star Wars, so much so the dog on the lap is Star Wars. Like everything is
dog on the lap is anxious.
What's going on, Joe?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. Glad to have you here, man. And Joel, every time I see behind you, I love that so much, but I got to figure out a way to get you something Star Wars back there.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll work on it.
We will, because you guys obviously can't see it, but Joel very much is like Marvel and DC from one wall to the other. So we got to throw Star Wars somewhere in there. Somewhere.
I mean, that is my most coveted comic book of all time. I will say that.
The Amazing Spider-Man back there?
Yeah. That's my holy grail. If I can ever afford a single expensive comic, that's one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's beautiful. When I first saw that, when I first came over to Joel's house, I was like, damn. And it's like really big, not like a little small poster or whatever. It's really big.
Right.
But I think, Joel, what we're going to do is replace your katana back there with a dark saber. and just put a dark
back there. Oh, it's
Just
cut and everything, wasn't it? It's got to be retracted.
Okay. No. Let it fully extend. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. It'll only cause small damage. But what's going on, Joel?
Good, very good.
Good. All right, so let's dive in. Trayvon, I want to start off with you. What were your thoughts on this finale of Book of Boba?
Can you skip me for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
hold
ahead.
on.
No problem.
Hold on.
Fair, immensely fair.
Trayvon's just like, hold on. No, I will start off.
Anxiety's a bitch, man.
He was very nervous. He's like, all right, I can't do this. Hold on. No, but Joe, what were your thoughts on this finale of Book of Boba?
I definitely definitely an improvement. I will say that right off the top. A lot of the things that I wanted from Boba earlier on in the season, not just the constant complaining about he's not doing anything or whatever, but that included, but just the storyline itself. I just feel like if we would have gotten some of this story, maybe not the whole thing, but some of this story in previous episodes, I really felt like my complaints would have been a little bit more, there would have been no complaints. And one of the things I was trying to explain to you guys was that my gripe with the Boba character never really came from his behavior in the original trilogy or that of the cartoons and the comics. It was simply from starting from episode 6 of season 2 of Mandalorian. And we got a glimpse, and this is exactly what I was talking about. When they came out of the sanctuary, guns blazing, jetpack, he was shooting shit from his knees again. He was using his blaster. That's what I was talking about. And I understand you were saying, well, you only wanted to see him do it when provoked or threatened, but he was. I wanted to see, if you would have gotten that Boba when he was fighting those people off that jumped him and Fennec, I would have been like, okay, here we go. But there was something about the character from what we got in Mando, and it wasn't just episode 6. It was also a little bit of 7 and 8. I forgot that he was actually in the final 3 episodes, but smaller roles. The minute he put on that, even before he put on the suit, the minute he put on that suit, man, everything from, like I said, from the blasters and everything come out of his knees, and then he used the rocket launcher to destroy 2 he didn't mean to do that, but to destroy 2 transports was just badass. And then, like I said, we got the end credit scene. He just Fennec actually came in, guns blazing, gunned everybody down but Bib. And then he's the one that came in and killed Bib. So we got a little glimpse of that. So I thought we were going to get a whole show of that. Obviously we got some of the flashbacks, which is fine. It needed to tell a story. I'm okay with that. But I wanted just a little bit more. And then my main argument too, what was my main gripe was I felt he should have maybe done something at that meeting. And then it ended up happening in the finale that they double-crossed him. And if he would have, I felt, and this is what Fennec wanted to show a little assertion, right? And he was a little passive, and there was so many. And one of the reasons why I actually like this episode a lot was because there are like 4 or 5, maybe even more, 4 or 5 of what I've got Godfather references. It's just insane. I mean, some of them were line for line. The whole thing about them double-crossing was the smart move. Michael Corleone says that to Tom Hagen when Tessio, basically betrays him. He goes, it was the smart move. The line with Fennec's like, there's a lot of credits to be made from that orange powder. Fucking Sonny says the same exact thing about the white powder to the father. Like it was so many things. There was so many parallels to The Godfather. And that's why I think I enjoyed it a little bit more. But that's what I wanted from the series, from the whole thing. Flashbacks aside, because remember too, you guys pointed out, well, he gunned down the biker gang and he beat the shit out of the people in the Tashi station, but that was all flashback. That wasn't Crime Boss. What do you call it? That wasn't Crime Boss Boba. What I thought we were going to get. So put that aside. I just wanted to say that I loved. Well, here's my one question that I want to ask you guys. Maybe I'm wrong in thinking this. He originally didn't want to stay in the sanctuary. He wanted to go back to the palace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really feel that would have been the smarter move. And the only reason why I say that is the way they had each characters dispersed. I mean, first of all, you had BK all by himself in an area where he's hated because of the, the species, right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. The Pikes, the attack on the sanctuary was only because the attack on that town and on the other people were only because they were attacking Boba and his crew. Had Boba and them actually went to the castle and the palace, wouldn't it brought the fight there away from the population and the town, like where the destruction would have been made?
But it wasn't a strategy thing at that point because he said it was the smart thing. It's not. It doesn't make sense to stay there. He said it.
Yeah, no, but you listen to the Power Rangers.
Well, yes. I mean, I'll say this. That was very bad writing on John's part, but I understood it because too much could have been resolved in 10 minutes if he went back to his palace. His ship was there. He could have just
exactly. That was the other.
And the Rancor could have came out like 20 minutes earlier, but you needed the drama of it. So I get it.
I understand why they did it, but it just. And then
it
the other thing
a
about
smart move.
No, and then the funny thing about the Rancor. So they're trying to protect the town. Dude's walking on the fucking roofs. He's like, I'm gonna save this town. But dude, we got it. It finally happened. He's on the Rancor. The Rancor goes to fucking town on the what are they called? Scorpionex? Scorpionex Annihilator? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought they were droidicars, but they're I guess like a different level of droidicars.
Yeah. Which is interesting that even exists because Palpatine after the Clone Wars ended, Palpatine kind of purged all clones. I mean, not all clones. Droids. Well, yes, all clones, but all droids. He had no use for droids whatsoever. He wanted more of Tarkin was putting in more so of a war strategy. So it was more so I need soldiers. I don't need mindless bots, right? Because it clearly did you no good during the Clone Wars. Everyone killed those fucking droids. They were horrible. One thing I was a little, and I'm going to go right back to you, Joe. One thing I was a little disappointed by, and I guess maybe it's just a more advanced droid. I'm not that knowledgeable in that specific droid, but I'm just so used to Clone Wars, where Ahsoka and Anakin would go underneath the.
Yeah, that's what I kept seeing when I was watching it.
Throw a bomb in, or throw a lightsaber up or something.
Yeah, but
so I was very curious. Were these shields like way stronger than what they're used to?
It seemed to be.
Maybe that's why, right?
Two things. I think the shields were updated and upgraded, right?
They look different too.
But they did. They looked a different color. It looked completely different. But the other thing is too, I think it's the same exact issue that they would have had they been able to do that. Then there's no need for the Rancor. You know what I mean? I think maybe it was a storytelling.
Well, narrative.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I completely.
Oh shit! I was gonna say something. Really quick. I'm trying to think. We were talking about that. So when they came out of the sanctuary and they're flying together, hovering over, and they send the guy out, which I was hoping he was gonna get shot, but he didn't. As a deterrent, which is another line from The Godfather when Michael says, "Here's my offer." It's nothing. So that was similar to what he said. So they're shooting whatever they're shooting, and dude, it's amazing. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. And then, of course, I know I'm jumping ahead, but Fennec taking care of those the three heads, and the Pike leader. Oh, dude, and the mayor.
That was my only issue with the episode.
Why? Because you wanted it to be Boba.
Well, no. I was fine with her taking out the other people, but you saved that Pike for Boba. Because it's personal.
Yeah.
So I was very upset because I thought it was maybe Boba taking out everyone. Like I thought he was gonna like zoom down and it's like.
I originally thought it was Boba too.
Right. When it was Fennec, I was just like, I didn't hate it, but I'm like, it's right there. You saw how personal this was.
I think the reason it was Fennec is because she kind of got left out of the whole battle.
She wasn't there at all. Yeah. Well, except for saving the mods. Except for saving them.
Yeah. That wasn't much. Yeah.
But so we got the Rancor, which was cool. So I know you wanted it and you got it, right? We see the X-Wing, you see R2's dome. Is Luke in it? And then I was like, when she kept saying officer, I was like, well, that's not the officer. I know that. But when there was a delay, I was like, all right, I think Grogu was just in the cockpit by himself and, was on autopilot, which is fine. All right. I don't care that he's even in the episode. Let's just say that. Although, to me, and this is personal, it's a personal opinion, I feel like him coming into this episode, making the decision that he made so quick and off camera, literally to me, undoes everything Mando did in season 2. Like he literally took the whole season in well, obviously he had to rescue Grogu as well, but finding a Jedi, finding Ahsoka, finding a Jedi, finding his people. And then, and remember, I know it's a year, almost a year's time or over a year's time since that, but what is this, a matter of weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was way too quick. I would have liked it if the episode that we got previously in episode 6, chapter 6, where Luke and Grogu, where Luke presented Grogu the choice, I would have loved that to be an end credit scene. Ended on a cliffhanger. That way we have something, we have our window to what's possibly going to happen in Mandalorian season 3. Because that whole plot line between Luke and Grogu and Mando was literally just wrapped up in an episode and a half. And for me, it just felt a little too rushed. And on top of that, with Grogu being in this episode twice, not just once, twice, you got this, not even really, to me, what's the word? It was very anticlimactic when he saves Din, and he did it twice. Like Din's in trouble with the droid. Step back, Grogu's got it, and he pulls the bolt out of the knee, right? Then Din's in trouble with the what do you call it? I almost said Sarlacc. The Rancor. Grogu's gonna put him to sleep. It's just like, how many times are you gonna have Grogu step in and save the day? Even if it would have been once, I would have been okay, but yeah, I'm sorry, Trevon, go ahead.
I was saying, I guess I didn't mind the decision because what Luke said in the last episode, he was like, I don't think I'm teaching him anything. I think I get it. Reminding him. So he's already trained and powerful. Mm-hmm. So I was like, so he doesn't need the training.
Right. But he also said he'd protect him with his life. And then he sent him God knows how long with just R2 protecting him.
That's after he made his decision. Like, you dead to me, little man. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll say this.
Get out of here.
I'll say I agree with you.
All right.
On because I was expecting Luke to hop out of that shit and go, where's Din?
I was shocked he wasn't in there, honestly, after the last.
But I will say this.
That would have pissed more people off, though.
It would have. But I will say this, because you see it a lot in the Clone Wars.
Too much power.
You see Anakin do it a lot in the Clone Wars. There's not a droid, I think, in Star Wars history that has ever been trusted more.
I get it.
True.
So I think Luke is of the mentality of, if there's any droid, I get your point on, you just don't send the child. That's like giving a 10-year-old keys and saying, go to the store for me. I get you. I'm with you. But I think in that moment, he thought, A, there's no one that could protect you better than R2. And B, if I'm in this episode, everyone's going to go, well, Luke could just murder everyone.
Right.
100%. Yeah. No.
Exactly.
So
that's
again,
why I have the issue.
Standpoint,
that's why I have the issue. That's why I have the issue of him coming. That's why.
I did want to speak to your Grogu point, because albeit I see exactly what you mean, the reason why to me it was so important to have Grogu in this season with Boba is because they were living the same lives. So Boba was born to be a bounty hunter. That's all he's ever known. He's never had a choice to be anything else. So this is finally his chance to be something other than what he was born to be. Grogu, same thing. All of Mandalorian season 2. Do you know the one thing that was never done by Din in all of season 2? He never asked Grogu what did he want. Never asked him. He just said, I assume you want to go back to your people. And Grogu was just like, I just want to make you happy. So if you think that I need to go back is what would make you happy, fuck it. I'll do it. It's why Luke said he won't come with me till you bless it. So to Grogu, it's like, I'm just doing whatever you're telling me to do, more so than what I want to do. So that was the first time Grogu has ever been given an option. So that's why, to me, it was special to show the linear similarities between Grogu and Boba, that they finally get to live the lives that they want, not that they have to, because that's what they were born to do.
Gotcha.
So that's why, to me, it was more so like, great. And the reason why I didn't need to see Grogu do much, but the reason why I was accepting of it was that I'm like, well, if Grogu had been there, let's say for 3 weeks, he had to have learned something. And as you see, he's able to use the Force longer than he did the last time we saw him use the Force in a scenario like this.
And not fall
so
asleep.
I'm like, right.
Yeah, not pass out.
Right. And not immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second time he
Yeah.
passed.
He did end up, he did end up
He
snuggling.
snuggled up real good,
Damn.
man.
Now, it was a cute scene, and I agree with you. No, I will agree with you. It was like a rhyme, right? Boba was born into the world of bounty hunting, right? And then he makes a choice to become his own person by the end of the episode, accepting who he is now.
Right.
And we also get that from Grogu, and I get that. No, I do. That's why it wasn't so much about him being there. It was the trope of him saving the day twice when we could have just had it the one time, or even just with Pelimano the whole time, because she literally drove him into a war zone inadvertently. She's like, "Hey, Mando, I got something for you." He's like, "Turn the fuck around."
When he saw him, he's just like it was so many emotions. He's like,
I teared up.
Oh my
I
God,
cried.
I miss you. Why the fuck are you here? Go away. But stay. I want to hug you. I love you. And she's like,
I loved it. I loved it. I did. I loved it. When he jumped out of the what do you call it? The thing, the rickshaw. Rickshaw or rickshaw? Rickshaw, right? It's not a ricochet. Okay.
Whatever.
When he jumps out of the thing, I'm just gonna say thing. When he jumps out of the thing and he just like literally latches onto him, I started tearing up. I was like, oh, that's what I missed it. I'm not gonna lie. Of course I missed it. But yeah, so I also agree with you about Fennec, what she did at the end. I wish Boba would have at least gotten one.
Right.
The other thing is too, I have two things with Cad Bane. Set up to be a menace in the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't kill. We already knew Cobb Vanth wasn't dead. I was surprised he didn't show up, but obviously we find out why. So
I
he's
thought it was that. I was like, oh shit.
yeah. So he was
I
healed,
saw the shoulder.
right? And now Thundercat's gonna probably give him a robotic arm.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
shit.
I-
Or chest
I don't
plate.
know.
Them
I
shit.
don't know.
chest plate?
I don't know what's missing because
Right,
he was
which-
just shot. So
They
I'm
didn't
like,
really
The shoulder. I don't know.
Maybe it
I,
messed it up. Maybe it really messed it up. Maybe it really
I don't know.
because look, I'll tell you this. I still to this day don't understand why Fennec Shan had to replace her insides with robot parts. I thought she just got shot.
yeah.
So when she goes like this and opens herself up like Tin Man, I'm like, I
It's
thought you
probably
just got shot. What did
It's
you?
probably organs. It probably damaged vital organs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
'Cause
is
I'm
it?
like,
Oh.
that was very weird to me.
Or
I
that
have
guy
no-
just likes to do a lot.
Yeah,
I
it
think
could
he
just
does. Trayvon, I swear, I think it's the equivalent of going to the doctor and going, man, my shoulder, and him just ripping it out and
you know
replacing
what?
it.
I'm gonna have to take it off.
Like, I didn't need the whole thing off. Like, just work on it.
Yes,
Like,
you did.
oh.
Yes, you did. I know. I'm the professional here. Yes, you did.
Right. It
I
needs
gotta-
to come all the way up.
I came in for a birthmark. What are you taking my arm
Right.
off?
Like, I'm here for a tattoo. Why did
Who
you?
has the degree? Who has the certification?
But I'm surprised. I wanted the final battle to be a little bit more climactic, but at the same time, I get it. And it's a callback to the very beginning when he trains with the female Tuscan warrior, and he puts her on her ass, and he thinks he got her. And, she takes him down from that position. So I like the way they called back there. But my question now is, I don't think he's dead.
No, he's not.
I'm not 100% sure he is.
You hear a beeping sound.
Yeah, you see,
100%.
you see
You
it
saw
on
the
your
light.
thing.
You saw the light. You saw the light.
It's
Yeah, you saw a
blinking,
light,
yeah.
but you also heard a beeping noise.
Right.
So I heard somebody online either speculate that is like a heart monitor, or
No, no.
it's homing. It's a homing thing, and somebody's going to pick him up. Like it's a distress
He
call.
does have a droid. I don't know if that droid is still around with him, but
Okay.
he does have a droid that is like that droid to him is what R2 is to Luke.
Yeah, we never saw the droid.
We never saw the droid. So it could be a beacon for the droid to come there. I know, and you're not saying this, Joe, but I know a lot of people wanted more from Cad out of the episode. But what I tried to tell people is, if you know Cad Bane, you know one thing. He always says this, Joel and Trayvon, you know this. It's never personal. It's only business. Meaning I don't have a personal attachment to this job. So my job only is within what I think I can do. If I don't think I can do it, fuck it. I'm out.
No.
Like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
mean fighting the war. I meant just
No.
literally
No. I'm saying I know you didn't say
The
that, but I
scene
know a lot
extended.
of
That's it. I just wanted a little bit more between their fight because obviously he was trying to get a rise out of him the first time,
Sure.
and he was trying to get his emotions
Almost
to come
worked.
through, right? But his emotions
could
do
take
come
him.
through, right? When he thought about the Tuscan Raiders and what had happened, he almost acted on impulse, right?
Mhm.
But the whole reason why he even really, I think, started this and when he found out that the Pikes, he knew the Pikes were responsible at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't try to, he knew already, but he didn't act out. Like I wanted that, but like I would have liked it if he would have just went down and started hunting them down. Because to me, and I know you're going to say you were hyping up the Pike Syndicate before they even, I think, came on screen. You said I think the Pikes or maybe even Crimson Dawn's the big bad. We still they still might, but this doesn't look like it was. It looks like it was just contained.
It was just
to the
contained.
Pikes.
Yes.
All the Pikes wanted was to move spice.
They wanted to sell cocaine.
They wanted to sell it to the
Yeah.
families, and that's how the families made money. That's how Jabba made money, right?
Right.
I understand Vito Corleone's stance on drugs, and he doesn't want it because it can go to our children. Remember, he's like, it can go to our children. I don't want my children touching it. But they never really show you in the series, and that was another thing I was bothered by. And that comes to whole where they didn't really build on Boba's story. They just cut it short and went to a different storyline. How much of a menace the Pikes were in Tatooine? You know, they showed that they had numbers and they were coming through, but why was it bad for the people in Tatooine? You know what I mean? What were they going through? That's what I would have liked it if we would have seen a little bit more destructiveness and why the Pikes were a bad idea. You know,
that's fair.
I do have one last thing I wanted to say. Where are the Tuscan Raiders? And when I say that, I know people are going to be like, Joe, they're dead. His small tribe was killed. We've already established that there were many different tribes in the Tuscans. He was accepted in that tribe, but I think he was also revered by the other Raiders. No,
season 2.
It's not well. Also, I don't think it was. I don't think it was long standing. So I think he was accepted amongst that tribe, but that was it. Right. So when that tribe was killed off, the last thing you want to do if you're the Tuscan Raiders is try to fuck around with more of the Pike Syndicate and get wiped out. So I think
he showed them not only how to battle them. How to use advanced equipment, but he also took down that train and took down whatever to protect them because it wasn't just his tribe that was getting affected. It was all of them. That's why I thought there was something that I was holding out for at the end when it seemed like things before the Rancor came and I totally forgot about the Rancor at that point. And that's not my fault. We literally, that episode was almost a month ago. So, a lot of time has passed since we've gotten that, but, I thought maybe we were going to get something, maybe even the female warrior, because we were wondering if she survived or not. Something to do with them just to wrap everything and come full circle, because I guess that's what I thought maybe the essence of the flashbacks were for. But I understand they were also telling a greater story. But other than that, I get like I said, it was entertaining. It was to me and definitely better. Definitely one of the better of Robert Rodriguez's episodes. Definitely. As a finale, though, if I just pull back and just as a Star Wars content, I enjoyed it a lot. As a finale, I wish we would have gotten what we got in the last episode for the finale. I think they would have switched. I know that doesn't make any sense because they fought a war in this episode, but I mean like the elements, not the war itself, but the elements. I really wish. I guess no, then it would have been convoluted. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Also it would have been because like again, it's all very difficult because once I see Ahsoka, like if Ahsoka showed up on Tatooine, at that point I'm just like, well, then Ahsoka could just
I guess
you know what I'm saying?
Ahsoka. Yeah,
because then you see you get what I'm saying. That's why I'm like I accepted Luke wasn't there. I accepted all these other elements weren't there because it had. I mean, shit, we're talking about a puppet that got more screen time than Finnick in that final battle. So it was already too much.
Yeah,
it was already too much. So yes, I mean, look, I'll say this.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you guys because that's why I don't want to make any complaints until I actually know. The Scorpion X weren't really ever in anything. They were in like I think episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. I did a little research. Artwork for like episode not episode 2, the movie episode 2, Attack of the Clones, right?
Yeah.
Are these Are they supposed to be horrible shots?
All droids are supposed to be horrible
They
shots.
really are that bad?
Like
That's
stormtroopers.
the whole. Yeah, they're the original stormtroopers. That's supposed to be the whole
Oh.
funny gimmick of it.
Gotcha.
Is that they're just horrible. I mean, again, if you go and watch Clone Wars, like the animated series, the Roger bots, they're fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh, I hate. Yeah, no.
Yes.
This,
They're
this-
they're the worst. They're
Yeah.
the worst. Anakin has
Yeah.
Anakin has done
Yeah.
a false
That's it.
surrender to those
Okay.
droids millions of times, and they
Yeah.
fall for it every
you
single
can
time.
blow on those and knock them down. I know that, but
1000%.
these are more advanced. That's why it was a little off-putting to me. Again, I've never seen them. I know the droid cars were actually, to me, at least to my knowledge, were pretty dead on, if I'm not mistaken. But they were also fighting against Jedi or whatever. But these
Good soldiers.
these were literally point shooting up when they were chasing the.
I also
Yeah.
kind of factor it into probably the best designers of these droids were either captured or killed after the Clone Wars. So I have no idea who the hell put this fucking droid together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of, because again, these droids aren't supposed to exist right now.
Right. No, I get it. That's why I don't know. I don't know anything
Right.
about them. That's why I asked.
Right. So this is in the timeline where they're not supposed to be many, if any, right now. Palpatine kind of got rid of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you're not wrong. They are horrible shots, but it does at least hang true to the fact that all droids are just fucking horrible. I mean, look, we even got the difference of the stormtroopers we're used to in the original trilogy, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And the stormtroopers we got at the end of Mandalorian season 2, they were fucking ace snipers and shit. And you're like, where the fuck have all of you been? Like, Vader could have used half of you guys during the war. Where were you?
Do you remember the episode? I think it was in season 1, and it was hysterical. And I rewatched season 1 and season 2. Season 1 of Mandalorian, where they were you had 2 stormtroopers by the speeder bikes waiting for a call, right? Waiting to be called.
Right.
And they were doing target practice. They were trying to shoot something. Neither one of them can hit it.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, they joke
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Because they're not trained by the best.
No,
I
it's
mean,
a running joke.
but see, Joel, you could speak to this. That's actually spoken on, Joe, in Bad Batch. Is the whole concept was they were supposed to use the clones to train the new recruits,
Got it.
but it didn't work out. So then you have now untrained civilians training other untrained civilians. So it's very believable that we just got an entire generation of stormtroopers that
You
still know what
see
the fuck
the
they're
moment
doing.
in the Bad Batch. You see the moment where they changed their minds about the clones,
Right.
because they're already talking about using like normal people.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I at least got that far in the Bad Batch when I knew they were making that what do you call it?
Right.
Was that Tarkin?
That-
Tarkin was making that choice,
Yes,
right?
Tarkin made that decision. Yes, because Tarkin, like I said, he wanted more so of a something that they can control more. And you think, oh, you can control droids? Sure, possibly. Humans more, where you eliminate their free will. It's like I can control that,
Well,
and
the
they were
funny-
getting children.
And then the funny thing is, then they go back on their word, right? When they do the Death Troopers, remember what a Persian says, the human element was the final mistake was the major flaw of the Death Troopers, and that's why they use droids.
What was the biggest, as far as we know,
Right.
what was the biggest opening for that? There was no more Palpatine. There was no more Tarkin. So it freed you to do everything Moff Gideon was doing. But I'm pretty sure if Palpatine was still present in power, he wouldn't have.
He had to have been. I think that's why I still think to this day that the getting a sample from Grogu, seeing those snow clones were all tied into trying to raise Palpatine up or get Palpatine back to
That's
order.
possible. I still
Yeah.
think Moff Gideon works for Thrawn, even though I guess status-wise it doesn't match up.
Thrawn, do you think Thrawn would have been the donor that he was talking about?
I don't know, but Thrawn right now is definitely the number 2 if we're saying Palpatine is alive right now,
Right.
timeline-wise. He's
I'm
100.
talking force sensitive material because that's the only thing that they were trying to extract from Grogu, right? In the blood.
No, I get you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get you.
yeah. They're doing some type of genetic shit in there.
Right. Yeah, I will say my favorite part, as I pass it to you, Trayvon, my favorite part of this episode, probably, from being 100% honest, was the very where Grogu's like, "Hey,
Dude, I loved it.
and like
Oh, yeah.
stop it," and he's like, "Hey,
Hey.
He's like fine, one last time." I will say if there was any pushback I have, obviously we spoke of the Fennec Shan stuff. There's a few more things, but it's whatever. What bothered me the most, and I know it shouldn't have, was I thought the whole point of his new wardrobe was to see the new fucking wardrobe. So when he landed and he's still wearing the same potato sack, I'm like, take the shit off. I thought that was the whole point. Just wear this.
Because I think
It's not a robe. It's a
I
shirt.
think they wanted, but they also, I think they,
I know, but he doesn't have a penis flapping out, Joel. So
no, they wanted
shirt
the,
Yeah, but it's
down.
not even in like fantasy do they wear those things outside. It's
they
always
wanted the
underneath.
reveal. They wanted, I think they wanted the reveal to be a little bit more build up where you,
That's fair.
is
I
he
mean,
wearing,
look,
is he
I
wearing,
I mean, it's pretty odd. By the time he got there, you know he picked it.
Yeah, but did
Not the fact
anybody-
that he's wearing it?
did any one of you think at one point, I don't know why, and I think it was because Juwan was in my head, he was going to pull out the saber too.
yes.
Probably, yeah. I was thinking
When he
the same
first
thing. I'm
hobbled
like,
out there.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm happy that he didn't, honestly, because it was a choice.
Yeah.
Sword or
I agree.
shield.
I agree.
Choice.
I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. No pushback on that at all. But visually, fucking seeing Grogu and Din side by side with their sabers, what a fucking orgasm.
I think that saber might go to Grogu in the future.
How funny would it have been
Makes
if you would have
sense.
seen it on camera with him leaving
Wait,
and like Luke's not
Did
looking
they
and he just
show? Did they show Yoda's saber in the Last Jedi?
In the Last Jedi.
no,
Yeah. No.
I don't
I don't know.
think no, there'd be no
Should
reason
they
for it.
have?
No.
Huh?
He only had his stick, his
Should they
walking
have?
stick. That's it.
No. Only reason I asked was Luke at that point, that was his little slice of home where he had all the Jedi techs and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So I assume since Grogu didn't take it, I'm assuming Luke held on to it. So I'm like, well, shit, did the saber just go up in flames? Like,
Also,
but
who was thinking that far?
no. I'm speaking of now looking back. Was it
I
shown?
gotcha.
I couldn't remember because that movie doesn't fucking exist.
I heard somebody's idea. I heard somebody's idea for the end credit scene, right? Which they felt that would have been a little bit better than what we got with Cobb Vanth. That also too was just like, all right, he's still left great.
I
So-
didn't care enough for that to be a good enough
Yeah.
thing to see.
Yeah. So we already all heard the speculation and the rumors. Are we going to get Ford? Is Harrison Ford coming back? We're going to get Han Solo. We're going to get that. Well, it would have been cool because we already know Grogu's with Din. We go to where Luke is. Luke is meditating, right? And all of a sudden you see the Millennium Falcon land and it's Han, maybe even with Leia, right? And then you get that moment with the three of them together, but they're dropping off Ben. Because remember, Ben was his first student. In canon, technically, not even technically, in canon, Ben was his first student of the Jedi Academy. Dropping off a young Ben, and then that's how that ends. So
Well,
I thought that would have
But
been
yes, Ben was the first student that stayed.
true. Yeah.
He's the first
Yeah.
student that was like,
Technically,
yes,
Grogu
I
was his
want to be
first,
a
yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah, but
Right.
what show
I want
would that
it.
be in? That's the but there's
Oh,
no
show that he will have.
I'm saying like they haven't announced anything for his own
no.
show. So they kind of like wrap
mean,
wrap Luke
We
out
hope.
right now.
We see it.
Yeah.
Look, I was really disappointed because I after a while I kind of went, all right, well, clearly there's not going to be a Sith, but to not even get Mara Jade was a little bit disappointing.
Even Kiara would have been nice to see.
It would have for
Yeah.
sure. But Mara Jade working for Kiara would have been really fucking awesome.
I inadvertently, not because I was, dude. I honestly, I swear to God, I wasn't doing it because I wanted to. That it was because of Kiara and the Crimson Dawn or whatever. But the other night, no, actually, like a week ago, I just had I wanted to watch Solo. I don't know why, and I wanted to watch
fucking
it.
movie.
And no, but seeing that,
Don't
you see that the
apologize.
Pikes. No, but I'm saying the Pikes are in it. There's so
Yeah.
much in that movie that's, also what's going on in this. That it's like, oh wow, there are a lot of ties into this.
A million ties,
So
and you get
would-
more. Again, I'm a broken record. I get it, but you get more if you'd watch Clone Wars. You get a whole lot more of that whole syndicate in there. But no, so that was my favorite part was Grogu just going,
You
do
didn't like-
that shit again.
You didn't like Boba and Din flying side by side?
Oh, I
That
love
was
that. That was
awesome.
fucking epic. But I was
Yeah.
trying not to take that from either Trayvon or Joel.
Oh, I'm
So I
sorry.
was going, yeah, I was going something else.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, that to me was so fucking funny because it just felt right. Like they're back together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
just like finally, this is what we've been waiting for, is for them to be reunited and for them to not miss a beat. So I loved every second of it. I even loved Din just going, this isn't working. Like I thought my blade would work. This isn't doing shit.
Ugh.
I even loved when him and Boba were talking strategy and he was just like, look, this is the way. And Boba's just like, you really believe that
Can you
bullshit?
believe that?
You believe that?
Bantha Fado?
Which is to me is pretty much just bullshit, but in Star Wars language.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that a lot. And then of course, for you, Joe, just so you know, Trayvon, you'll get there, but Joel, you've seen it play out. That line that Cad Bane gives to Boba, where he says, "This is your last lesson,"
Yeah.
made everything to me because Django trained Cad Bane.
I know.
And Cad Bane felt, the need to somewhat, because if you watch Clone Wars, you see it doesn't last long. But he felt compelled to mentor
He mentored Boba, yeah,
for as long as he could before Boba just said, "Yeah, fuck you, I'm out of here." Like, I don't care anymore. And Cad was just like, all right, bye.
Well, what's Cad? So Cad Bane
Boba in Clone Wars, he was got a mean mug.
So Cad Bane initially was right then, right? When he told Boba, you're still a killer, because he ends up killing. Well, I guess he's not. If he is really dead,
he meant it more so. He meant it more so.
Cold-blooded killer.
Yes, in the sense of you'll only ever be one thing, and that's a cold-blooded killer.
Right.
And that was Boba realizing in that moment, to beat this, I have to be that. Which is why I like the line. I wish it wasn't used as a throwaway line, but the line where he kind of goes, yeah, maybe I don't want to do this shit. And it's like, why was that just said in passing? Why was that like a legit conversation?
He said, maybe we're not cut out. Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like,
and I'm thinking,
season two.
You think?
Season 2.
It's like, what? No. I believe we'll
all
see
season
it
2
play
set
out.
up.
I'm just saying, I wish it wasn't like a throwaway line. Like, whatever. It's like,
You
whoa,
think
no, that's important. Hold on.
You think maybe Cobb Vanth takes over?
No.
No?
I mean, no.
No, not at all. I think it just becomes vacant at this point. Like it's run the right
Up for
way.
grabs.
Yeah, it's run the right way. But wait, okay, last thing, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Trayvon. I was very confused at how Boba was, and I get it, his mind was on other things. But Cad Bane keeps mentioning the fact that Cobb had armor. And not once was Boba just like,
what armor?
Do you mean my fucking armor? Did he have my armor? And then you just see Mando walk up. Okay, so technically, I took it from him. It's how you were able to get it, but he did have it. Yes.
Well, he knew. No, Boba knew.
When?
Boba knew. Boba told him, and I only know this because I just rewatched season 2. He tells him that what's his face, Cobb Vanth had it on in most not most
Actually,
whatever.
It's
Freetown.
Most Pelgo. Most Pelgo.
It's called Freetown.
It's Most Pelgo.
Most Pelgo.
When did he tell him?
He tells him, I think in either in episode 6 or episode 7 of season 2, but he does know. He knew Cobb Vanth had it. Yeah.
Okay. Then that
I was thinking,
confusing because I'm
the
like,
first thing I thought of right there and then was like, well, why the fuck didn't he go get it from Cobb Vanth?
well, yes, but also what's more confusing is if you're Boba, then that should have given you more faith that he would come and help you out. He fucking owes you. He wouldn't have this town if not for stealing your armor.
He doesn't know all that. I don't think. He just probably just thinks it's his armor. I'm like, fuck that guy. He had my armor. Like,
you know what else? You know what somebody even said, but I don't even know if this is even something that's possible. But they got Freetown. The people from Freetown came to help for basically nothing, right? BK is doing it for nothing. They have all this credit to spend. Din's doing for nothing. Why didn't they bulk up in armor or weapons if they knew they were going to fight a war?
Armor you can't do because Din couldn't go back to the armorer.
No. But there's no way to buy that to pay for that?
No, that armor only exists from
Not
pure
just-
Mandalore.
Oh no,
For
I'm not
sure,
talking. I'm not
shitty.
specifically talking about Beskar. I'm just talking about
Armor
just
in
maybe
general.
more of a shielding for his for the 5 people in his crew.
Because I'm like, even
Stormtrooper
Boba's
armor? It has to be
armor,
on the market.
even Boba's armor is a form of Beskar.
Right? No, I know.
yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rest of the team, I
Yeah.
got you. Well, you wouldn't have found that kind. It
No.
would have been pretty shitty armor.
Right.
Because those blasts were taking down pure Beskar.
Yeah.
So whatever little
weren't
armor you
penetrating,
bought
right?
wouldn't have done much.
It
for it.
wasn't going through though. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it
Shout out
wasn't. But it was the equivalent of anytime
It
you
was
see a
hitting them
movie and
hard.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you see them get hit in Kevlar. But the only difference is they tell you once you get hit in Kevlar, the Kevlar is done. It's just a sweater now. But picture getting shot in that Kevlar 80 times.
Yeah.
You would have been dead. So lucky for Den.
Shout
But
out
before I go
to BK
Right,
for
Beskar is
fastest
stronger than
fastest
that.
healer. I think BK heals faster than Wolverine.
That's probably true. That is true. Few comments here from Mr. E. Sup, y'all? What's up, Mr. E? I have mixed feelings on it. I love the action. I thought it was great. Boba and Mando were great.
Yep.
Bane 2, the Rancor bit, I absolutely love. Juwan knows I love giant monster movies, old and new. Yeah, Mr. E is one of the only people that I know that actually like really truly loves those old Godzilla movies.
That reminded me of the old King
love
Kong,
those.
actually. That reminded me
It
of the
did.
Beast
It
King
was
Kong.
King
I think
Kong.
it's on purpose because if you watch the
Yeah.
concept art, to the point where he's holding a girl in his hand.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100% was.
All right.
Even the SWAT was just like, all right, okay, we know.
I fast forward to the concept. Where I went right to the
Yeah.
the end
That's
credits.
very interesting to mix
I love watching the
Godfather
concept
with King Kong. I don't think we've ever seen a mix like that. But yeah, when they break down what they've did with their, the whole mindset of this season, I can't wait for that round table. Just to hear some of the thoughts and how they came up with half of the shit they came out with. Let's see. Cad Bane's demise left me a bit conflicted. On one hand, I love that it's Boba killing Bane and not anyone else. In my opinion, that's how it should always end with Bane. On the other hand, I'm a tad bit disappointed he was only brought in to be killed off, as I'm sure everyone expected. But I'm still wondering if Bane is dead. This is Star Wars. Characters don't stay dead. Well, characters only don't stay dead with Filoni. Filoni is just like, that bitch is coming back. I can make money off of that. But no, until the beeping, I did think he was dead, and I was 100% okay with it because this essentially was a played out version of what Filoni originally wanted to do in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if he had actually did it, Bane wouldn't be here, anyway. So, but the only thing that confused me was they had the injuries from that scene that doesn't exist. So I'm like, well, now I'm kind of like, well, are you telling me that scene did exist?
It's canon without being being
Right.
shown because
it's canon without actually happening. It never happened. So I'm like, I thought that was really weird. When his hat came off and you saw it, and I'm just like,
Yep.
You shouldn't have that. You should be getting that now. Why do you have that already? But whatever.
Well, if you can survive a shot to the head, you can survive a stab to the stomach.
1,000%. And if you can't, I don't know how things work for
There was no blood either, but it also could have been the type of
saw
clothes he
that,
was wearing.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't see no blood.
Maybe. Cad Bane is very much someone that thinks far ahead. Obviously, he wasn't thinking, oh, he's gonna stab me. But you never know with Cad
He
Bane.
didn't look like he was expecting it.
No, I don't think so. You know what I thought of just now because you made me think of it. You know the old Western trope. Fucking Marty McFly actually. What do you call it? Does you didn't see Back to the Future?
I did not.
There's a Clint Eastwood movie where he's gonna duel, right? Before he goes and duels, he wears a metal chest protector. He puts it under his clothes. So that way, when the guy shoots him in the duel, he thinks he's dead, but he didn't get killed because the metal thing protected him.
Yeah, it's like the Batman. Batman did it.
Exactly. Yeah, he did it with
the Joker.
Yeah. Right.
But I also like that Dave Filoni held true to Cad Bane being the best drawer in all of Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Raw.
I love that. Albeit, I think it would have been better if Boba's weapon wasn't this fucking mini bazooka. Like he was lifting it as Cad Bane started shooting him, and it's just like, well, that's not fair.
And he still thought he had a chance to beat him. That guy.
He still did. He was confident as shit. He must have thought Cad Bane is like
No.
you're way too old to get that
I
gun
mean-
off your hip. And it's like, okay, all right. You think I'm soft if you want. Go ahead, Trayvon.
I stood on. That's the one part I had an issue with is when he was on top of the Rancor and Cad Bane was walking up. I was like, shoot him now. Like, why are you letting him walk up? Why are you letting him like forget this honor cup right now?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
stupid. I was like, he's right there. That's the one thing I notice about a lot of movies and shows I watch. I'm like, why are you waiting or talking to them? Like,
Trayvon, look at the
just do it.
droids. Trayvon, look at the droids. The droids didn't start shooting until they were like 5 feet away from the
But he
group.
was right. But I'm saying, but
That is
these
literally
are
the
people.
ideal, and that would be
Right
very
there.
anticlimactic. No,
Right.
Oh,
Eh,
for Cad Bane to do it, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
imagine
he already
a guy
provo-
like
he
that.
provoked them
He
earlier.
walks up, gets shot,
Yeah.
walk
Yes.
away.
He provoked them earlier. Get him.
Written and directed by Robert Rodriguez.
That's look. You provoked me earlier, man. It's on site. Next time I see you, like I don't care. We in the battlefield now. And Finnick ain't here to stop me.
But
Like,
and again, you're not there yet, Trayvon, but you'll see it. The one thing Boba and Cad live off of is honor.
well,
And
I guess I ain't got none
way-
of that.
The title
Oh,
of the
we know
episode was in the
No,
name
no,
of
no,
honor.
no, no. No, that's not a dig at you at all. I'm saying it's more so Boba understands it's a job for Cad Bane, right? So it's not the emotion of I'm gonna kill you on sight. At that point, Cad Bane was only talking shit, really. Like he hadn't killed anyone Boba loved or anything like that.
He kind of threw it in his
Wasn't
face though.
necessarily it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a
no,
little
for
personal.
sure.
That was a little
He was
personal.
trying to piss him
It was a little
off.
personal.
I mean, they got
Right,
to.
he was. But I think for Boba, he wanted to make it even more personal by doing a one-on-one.
But as soon as he took him down, Cat also said, "Look, I've beaten you at this before. Don't take it personal."
Right,
Basically. He basically said that. It's
And,
okay. Don't feel bad. You know, I've beaten you before.
and that's why I can't wait, Trayvon. So you get further in it and you see them interacting, and then it kind of just makes you appreciate this more. Seeing how much Boba knows he's better than Cad, but he's just not. Especially at that young age, he's just not better than Cad Bane. But what were your thoughts? What'd you say, Joe?
See, he's just a little boy. Yeah.
He's just a little boy. I mean, shit. What's her name? Aurora, I think is her name. Aurora Singh. Aurora Singh was a better fucking bounty hunter than Boba.
Yeah, she was cool. Yeah.
She was fucking awesome. So yeah, so Bosk was really fucking awesome.
Are you upset that he didn't show?
I'm only upset Bosk didn't show because when you see Black Chrysanthemum stand up and you start to see their race all stand up,
I thought that's when he was
going to
gonna
come
pop
out
up.
of the crowd, right?
Exactly. I thought
And when he
that's when
didn't, I
was
was
gonna
just
pop
like,
up.
"Oh, don't show them then." Like, I didn't need to see them at all. But Trayvon, what were your thoughts?
So I really enjoyed, of course, the beginning. I like them kind of trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna do, man? We about to get effed up or fucked up out here. Like, what we gonna do? It's like, I just thought it was so just a bad decision for them to be split up like they were. And I was like, I know you did not really believe these people were gonna remain neutral. Like, honestly, did you? Like, I thought that was a little bit too naive to me. I was like, you really thought they were really not gonna side with people that were selling spice or whatever for you? They barely like you as it is. I was like, so like it just didn't make any sense to me. But I was okay, fine, whatever. It gets everybody split up. So now everybody's getting attacked separately, which is it was fun to watch. It was just like this was a stupid decision. And then we sent Finnick away to get to, I guess, the office or wherever to kill the group that was conspiring. I guess he assumed they just, everybody's in there. They're just going against me. Cool. I didn't have any problem with her killing everybody. I was like, cool. Let Finnick do what Finnick's doing. Finnick's like, we got to get shit done. Ain't no talking. I love that. I was like, yes, exactly. Shoot them all, stab, whatever you're going to do, hang them. Awesome. I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. That's right.
She wanted to do that from the very beginning, right? Trayvon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. She was like, show them to be scared of you. Exactly what she did. She's ran up in there. Ain't no talking to y'all. Don't hide, no high by none of that. Bam, 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 snap, snap, boom, down, I'm out of here. And that's it. Love it. So love her for that. So yeah, so when, of course, my part, I got excited the most when they flew up. That was amazing. I was like, yes, the flights. This is what the CG money was held for. Got it. I was like,
No. That Rancor and
The
Luke,
Rancor scene, yeah.
all that money went to.
I mean,
That
yeah,
Rancor looked real as shit. It's the realest that Rancor has ever looked.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
And Luke was expensive, so I think the money went to those two. That's for sure.
I guess Luke was.
I think a lot of that flying was probably a lot of string work.
I don't know. Look cool to me. It was a very smooth flight. It's very
That is
smooth
for
flying.
sure.
You know what?
I was like, this is cool.
Do you think that's what you think that did the show a disservice only because then your first 4 episodes are more storytelling than they were action? Is that why? Maybe it was done purposely and logistically. It was done for financial reasons because you're going all out in these final 2 or 3 episodes. Maybe that's why they went story heavy in episodes 1 through 4.
Well, I think story wasn't really important to them current day. I think the main thing was if we bring Boba back, people are going to want to know A, how, and B, what the fuck has he been doing?
Yeah.
Between coming out of the pit and then when he finds Din. So I think that was just their focus.
And what is the show even about?
Yeah, but you could have told that when that was my argument. You could have told that pretty much in one episode, which is if you would have went linear, but they had to stretch it out through 4 episodes with him going into the back to tank and going through all these imagery and memories. You stretch it out because you gotta break the bank for the final 2 or 3 episodes. So I think maybe that's what they did.
That's fair. And Rosario Dawson's not cheap. But go ahead,
Trayvon. I know people are online trying to be funny about my dude with the eye thing doing his little spin shot. I'm here. I was here for the spin shot. Okay, I enjoyed that. Okay, I thought that was cool.
I was fine with it.
He was holding Chris Hansen out. He said, "Move, I got this." He do his little spin real quick. Bam, that was awesome. He hit him though. What? Hey, he hit him.
Din actually does. And I had noticed it. Din did something similar when him and Boba were basically essentially back to back, shooting up the pikes. Din does a little spin himself.
Yeah,
but
got no problem with that.
It's Din Djarin. You know, this guy did like a 360. It was just I don't know, but I didn't hate it. That's a nitpick.
He turned.
I enjoyed it.
He turned like after he shot. There would be a huge circle around them, and we would hear dun 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 dun. Like I'm like, bitch, you're not James Bond. Relax. Like it's okay. Relax.
Listen.
I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem with that very dramatic spin. I was more so upset that she has a whole fucking robotic arm. Does it do anything? Like we at least know Anakin's hand, right? If he were to strangle you, that hand was 1,000,000 times stronger than a regular hand. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, cool. We know that. But I'm like, a whole arm. It doesn't do anything? Like, nothing? No little, like, smoke grenade? Nothing? That I was disappointed in. The little spin, whatever. But the whole arm, and it does nothing, will always just bug me.
I also let's see what else. I also really like the team up on the roof because apparently they have I guess wherever they're from, they're like, what are you doing here? I'm here to save your ass. And I was like, yes, exactly. So shut up and let's do this fighting together. We're not worried about what town you're from right now. Chill out. Yes, Texas and Chicago, whatever. Chill out. Whatever you got going on. Anyway, I'm just saying. But it was just so funny when they did that. I was like, really? Right now? You worried about that? Chill out. At least they here helping you. But you die.
Save it for the pikes.
Yeah. I did like that. I did notice one thing. He shot his whatever that missile that he has on his back. Mm-hmm. At some point, that missile was back on his back. And I was like, when? When did you get that missile back?
Oh, I didn't get
that. Yeah, that's a very common Boba trick.
Like, when the hell did you get that thing back?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
That was so funny. I was like, wait a minute.
They never explained that, but
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and the very next time you see him, it's back. And it's just like
that's got to be a continuity.
Oh, the rocket.
Like, when the hell did you get it back?
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, okay, whatever. Like,
you know what? But look, I didn't have a problem with it because he didn't use it again.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Right.
you use it the
Yeah.
one time and then use it again, and then
I
that
didn't
shit
even
pops
notice
up a third time, it's like, all right, hold on. Because we know his jetpack, there's obviously gas in it. That's how
Right.
he's able to. So it's like, all right, there's no way a missile can hide in all that gas, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
where do you
it's
get
not
another
in it, it just
missile?
pops out.
It would be cool if Din would have turned around like, where are you getting those?
right. Like, you put one on mine? I don't have
Don't worry about it.
that.
Hey, I'm looking at the shot now, the spin shot. It looks like he was actually dodging a shot. That's why he spun.
Oh, is
Maybe,
he?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see the
Alright.
shot go right
I mean,
past.
they were all okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense too.
I
But
was like,
still,
oh,
it's still
it makes
cool.
more sense.
It's cool. Yeah. Let's see what else.
I thought he was going to do the moonwalk after that.
Oh,
I thought he was gonna
God.
morph.
Yeah, desert walk.
Ooh.
I mean, I did think of that. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw him do that, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's what we're doing." Okay.
Look, I was
Yeah.
ready for its morphing time.
Thought about
I was like,
Zach.
damn, that's a
Mastodon.
blitz.
Everybody had messed. I did think about it because they used to have
I-
him dancing in the show.
Look,
I'm
they
not gonna
did
lie, I
have
did
Zach
think about
dancing.
it.
And look,
I did
Look,
think about it.
I learned this when I got older that's an actual it's called capoeira or something like that.
Capoeira.
Yes. It's an actual fighting
Brazilian
Style.
right.
Mhm.
But damn, when 10 years old watching that, going, he's the only one dancing.
Yes, he was
Like
the
he was
only
like
one.
pop
Yes, he was.
locking and shit. And
Yes,
I'm
he
like, all right,
was.
come on,
Yes,
guys.
he was.
Like, what the hell? But I'm
Yes, he
sorry. Go
was.
ahead, Trayvon. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's exactly what I thought. I thought about that too. I was like, oh, okay, Zach. All right, got you. He had to be black and spinning, and I was like, okay.
The show was
Like,
racist.
all right. I was like,
The Black Ranger
okay.
was black. The Yellow Ranger was
Oh
white.
wait, so
Come on.
Trayvon, you're saying you would have been very upset if the way he dodged the blaster Joe was talking about was like all like this and shit, like a full on just break dance.
Look,
Pop locking.
for me, they were just feeding into the Power Ranger thing people have been saying. I was so y'all just gonna double down on this little Power Ranger. You're already making fun of the bike, say they like Power Rangers. Now
I'm
he's
telling
spinning.
you right now.
I
I'm
was
telling
like,
you guys right now, if the Book of Boba Fett gets in season 2, Jon Favreau, as he's writing, is gonna say "fuck you" to all of us a million times as he's writing that script. Just like they didn't like the Power Rangers that I gave them, fine, fuck you. No
I
more
liked
of
it.
them.
Mods.
Nah, he
gonna
goes
make
all
so many
out.
changes.
He goes all out and he puts the actual suits on them this time.
Yeah.
oh God,
Let's
oh
go.
God, stop.
He makes some baby bobas. You're gonna look like me. You're gonna look like daddy.
And I'm also loving that. They have such a sweet relationship. I really like that. Like I love that it came back to this episode. I mean, I just assumed he was gonna save him at some point. I was like, okay, well, here he comes. He's saving him again. I was like, it's cute. I was like, okay, fine. It's cute. He uses powers. I enjoy it. I don't know. I thought he was in like he's a little too brave for me. I was like, you walking in front of this big creature. I was like, what if your powers don't work?
But no,
chill out.
you know what?
Chill
I
out.
thought of that. And I was just like, well, we know he could jump like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he was
Yeah.
he's just gonna spring around and get out of danger. So I was like, okay, all right, you showing us a little bit of what you learned in the 2 seconds you paid attention to Luke. You know,
I did, and also did not. I did have a problem with seeing when we saw him. I was like, okay. We see the X-wing. We see R2. I was like, okay. Obviously, Luke is not in there because the way they were holding it off so long. Also, I was like, okay. He's definitely not in there. Ain't nobody in there. Maybe it's just Grogu. But I was like, oh, he chose the. I was like, okay, I get it. I know, but you didn't choose both. Like, what lightsaber at? I was looking for it. I was like, so you got a lightsaber too? No, okay.
Somewhere right now, Grogu is listening to Trayvon like, whoa, hold on. I had an option. I could have chose both. Like he told me one
was
of
a
the other.
choice.
Could
I
have
didn't know
easily
there was a
just
choice. I would have chose
lifted them both. What's he gonna do? The Force
If he-
chose both. What now? What you gonna do?
If he lifted them both, Luke would have went. Okay, thank you. You chose that. You can get the fuck out of here. Like you're gone. Get out. That's exactly. I'm telling you right now. In the deleted scenes, Luke didn't even say anything to Grogu at that point. Luke just looked at R2 and went,
Yeah, take him.
and R2 was just like, I know what this means. All right, Grogu, we gotta go. He's like, what about Luke? Don't speak to him anymore. Don't even look at him. It's okay. Let's just go. No, but I mean, no, there's no way they were going to choose. Look, I said it before. That's the best way to sell toys, is for him to have both. But look, it looks like maybe we're going to a deeper story that maybe ends with Grogu in the Darksaber down the line. So if that's the case, no problem whatsoever.
I am wondering. They've wrapped up Luke kind of like for me.
Luke's
I don't know
done.
where.
I think Luke will be in Ahsoka.
You think so?
100%. 100%.
Like she's about to leave because she's
no. I'm saying I think we'll see Luke pop up in her series. I don't think he's with her right now. I think at some point we'll see her pop because there's no way when Thrawn appears, Luke finds out and is just like, Ahsoka's got it. No way. No way at all. No way. That was one of the greatest Star Wars books is Luke versus Thrawn. So
I did buy my ticket for Batman.
For the first?
Yeah.
You caved in. I love it. That's what
Wait,
I love
what?
to hear.
What happened?
Happy that there's tickets.
What happened?
March 1st is a special showing of the Batman. The tickets went on sale today? Yesterday? Today?
Yesterday.
What theater?
All theaters.
AMC's and Regals.
I was waiting for 3 hours for the when they go on sale for when it comes out. I didn't know it was.
You can try right now. You can try right now. Look.
You can look for your theater, see if it's available for the first.
I gotta go to Jersey.
Yours is gonna be a lot harder because it's New York.
No, but I have to go to Jersey. I can't go to one in New York.
Oh well, you can look for the theater. You can look for the theater me and Joel are going to. I don't know if there's anything still available, but maybe there is.
Jeez.
Yeah, we can check. But go ahead, Trayvon. You can finish up before I pass it.
That's pretty much it. I talked about Fennec. I talked about the Ray car was badass. I mean, I honestly did not think that's where he was going. But then when I heard, I was like, oh, okay, that's where he went. I was like, what reinforcements? I forgot about the Ray car, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was cool. We run that out, but then it just started going wild. And I was like, okay, come get your beast. like where are you at? Like, come back, get your beast. Cad bait is down. Get your ass back over here and get this thing. It listens to you. Like, what is going on? You let everybody get whopped by this thing. I was like, that's all I kept saying. I was like, where is he? I was like, he can't be that far.
It may have been taking place during his thing with Cad Bane.
Yeah, that's what they were showing.
I'm assuming because as soon as it goes over, that's when their conflict happens.
Right.
Probably everyone's on the other side. Like, what the? He's pissed. He just got fire in his face. Like, I'm gonna eat everything.
Just really quickly, Joe, for our theater, there's only one seat left, and it's literally the far end of right in front of the screen.
My ticket. My just out of curiosity, I want to see what mine was over here. Yeah, only front row.
Yeah.
Best seats.
I mean, look. Unless
I've done that one time. Final Destination.
You could glue your eyes. You could glue your eyes shut. You could glue your eyes shut and say you're blind and sit in these good handicap seats here.
When did they go? When was this announced?
You said, why would you say you're blind?
The day before yesterday, I believe.
Oh, you're saying, how would you be in a movie? Just say, I want to hear it.
Well, I want to hear it. I'm here to hear the movie.
I'm here to hear the Batman. He's got some shit to say. I want to hear it. Don't judge me, Joel. How dare you?
Guys, can you shh? I'm trying to see. Listen, you smell that? Yeah.
All right, Joel. So what did you like?
Said everything, right?
No, I left out the bad boys scene. I left that out purposely.
All right, because that was such a big scene.
It was. Come on, that was so dope.
No, but I like the majority of it. I mean, I don't think I had really any big issues, little nitpicks, but nothing I cared to really complain about. But like, I loved all of it really. Like as soon as Grogu got there with the X-wing, and I did think Luke was in there, honestly, because like the last two episodes went, well, fuck. As soon as you think nothing's gonna happen, it happens. So I'm done doubting with that show, right? And then it opens and he's not there. Like, oh fuck! All right, well, swerve. I thought that was a little dangerous, though, to go out there by himself. But yeah, he was with R2. So I get that. If you're gonna trust any droid, it definitely would be R2D2. That's for sure. But that cute scene, yeah. Then she sees the armor underneath the little potato sack. Which yes, I hope in the future he does get something newer. But I would like him also to get a little bit older. But I don't know how those fuckers age, and who knows how long before he starts getting bigger. But hopefully we see that. That'd be cool. When they got stuck in, of course, the blown up, whatever that place was,
Sanctuary.
the sanctuary. That was that whole back and forth. Like, we're kind of fucked in here, bro. Like, what are we gonna do? I love that. That was very funny, and and then you're like, this fucker like saying, look, I will concede for you or whatever. I'll just tell me what you want me to say, and I've been, I negotiate, whatever. And it gets told, all right, like, give me fine. Let's write it. Then he writes it all down. That was really funny. I knew he was gonna tell him like to fuck off and some shit. At the end,
I love it. I love it as he's reading it. He's just like, yes. So Boba.
I can't believe he didn't read it before he went out there. That was
why
so
don't you
stupid.
tell me? Why don't you just tell me what you want?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What did you didn't speak yet.
Read
you speak.
it.
He's like,
Yeah.
No, I'll shoot you. Tell me what it
Do
is.
you guys ship? Are you shipping him and Pelly?
Yeah.
I did see
You know
people
what?
saying that. I did see people saying that. I don't mind. It's
Better.
a really funny couple heading into season 3.
Absolutely not. She deserves better. Absolutely not.
She used to date a damn fucking.
She was
I was gonna
fucking a
say
Jawa.
right. She fucks Jawa. Are you serious?
That's
I
better.
don't really know where her bar is.
That guy
Her
goes.
standards
That guy
are-
goes to whoever.
Her standards are
That guy
literally
goes to
low.
whatever.
Hold on, time out, Trayvon. You do know Jawas steal for a living, right?
Yeah.
At least they're honest about what they're doing. I mean, he's not honest.
They're like hubcap.
They're honest with what they do. Okay. Listen, she knows what they do already. This guy double crosses. Let's not.
He's gonna be banging around. He's gonna finish too soon. He's gonna be apologies. Apologies.
He's a good negotiator. He's gonna talk himself out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
talk you into getting killed, or talk her to get killed. No, it's okay.
No, she's a smart girl. She'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll be 100% fine.
She's a mechanic and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, shoot him.
We got to see more, well, not much more, but a little bit of BD. We got to see the back of BD. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was in here?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, he was in there. Not a lot. But he was in it.
Very
I
brief.
didn't even notice him.
Yeah. When the X-Wings getting there, all the droids are starting to walk around, and you see him on top of the table. You saw the back of him. I was like, oh, good. Yeah, when they go outside and they go all out, fighting back to back, like that was a really, really cool scene. Just like a blasting away, blah, 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 knee missiles, whole bunch of shit going on. I loved it. They were backed into a corner basically, and then these dudes show up. And that's when the Cobb Vanth thing happened. Like, I thought he did. I didn't think he died. I thought he was still alive. Apparently he did. And so that's why the post credit was surprising, because I thought he died. They said he died. So I was like, I just took it. And it's funny because at the end they say the Bantha tank is being used. And the first thing I thought was Black Chrysanthemum, but you see Black Chrysanthemum. I'm like, then who the fuck else is it? And then I'm like, maybe it's then I thought it was Cad Bane. Like, why would he save Cad Bane? And then we find out it's Cad Bane. I'm like, oh, they're gonna upgrade that motherfucker. Nice.
Well, what confused me about him being in there was I rewatched last week's episode. I swear to God, it looks like he shot him in the shoulder.
Right. That's why I think he died.
That's why I didn't think he died. So to
right
see
here.
him in there, I'm like, he only got shot in the shoulder.
He's like cold blood. Obviously, it wasn't enough to kill him.
Well, you can't.
Him,
Yeah,
not
can't.
But not only
Not
that, he was
down.
shot in the shoulder, right? But how many times, and that's why it would have made sense if BK was in there. How many times was BK shot? Multiple times.
BK was shot, slashed, everything.
Yeah.
You saw that cut in his head.
And then he's
I
like,
was
you know what?
like,
No,
Tough
hold
motherfucker.
on. I know I promised you a soak in the back to tank, but this guy needs it first. He got a flesh
Yeah,
wound in the
he
shoulder.
got a boo boo on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He got boo boo.
That's what I was wondering. That's what I thought we were gonna see in there. I was like, oh, but he's right there. I
Yeah.
was
That
like,
would have
what-
been the weirdest end credit scene to just show.
It
Black
would have been.
Chrysanthemum
It would have
in
been.
Black Chrysanthemum
But I
and
don't.
Bantha
I don't
tank,
care about either one of them.
No, I would
But it
do
was
one
just-
better.
yeah.
It would have been weirder seeing both of them together in there.
Oh god.
He was
Would have
underneath.
been intrigued.
He was like,
Like, how the hell did
Chrysanthemum likes
both
it
of
on
you
top.
fit?
Hairy motherfucker.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, that was that I equate that end credit scene to Stark waking up to Banner and them having a whole therapy session. He's like, I'm not that kind of
Yes.
guy.
I don't
Thank you.
compare.
Wait,
No.
same as
That's not the same thing. Not at all.
I-
What is it then?
No
Cap
problem.
I was
saying,
actually surprised. I was like, what that whole band? That was honestly the worst post credits because no one cared. Like it was
I
like,
swear to God, that's how I felt. I looked at it, and I'm just like, because first of all, I had to zoom to even make out who it was. I didn't know who it was off first glance. I'm like, who is that? And then once I saw, I was just like, who did you think wanted to see this? Like this could have been a dialogue somewhere. Like, oh, he survived. He made it. Good.
I like him though. That's probably why I like the character.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
No,
want to see the character come back. I didn't want him to. I'm just saying that's a conversation piece. That's not a wait till the end.
I'm not comparing it to that post credit scene.
that's not an end credits.
No,
Yeah,
not
I
at
get
all.
it. I get it 100%.
Equally frustrated me. That's all I'm saying.
I got it.
I watched both, and I was just like, oh.
I think that's a fair analogy, actually.
Not at
Yeah.
all. Not even close to say.
Well, you know what? To be fair, Joel, you know the one thing I will give you. I never was disappointed by anything of Book of Boba. I left Iron Man 3 just like, get me out of here. And then when you got there, it enraged me even more that you wasted my time to sit here more. So I was ready to just get out of everything of Iron Man 3. So at least for this, it was kind of like, okay, nice ending. Who cares of an end credit scene? But all in all, pretty cool series.
If it's 1 out of 4, it's still someone that cared.
That's fair. Whoa, hold on. You're saying out of this 4?
Yeah.
Joe said he didn't care.
I said 1 of 4. I'm the one that cares.
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh.
I'm the one out of the 4 of you that didn't care. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All right. So let's get to, before we get out of here, let's get to what Malcolm's saying. Thoughts on Morrison wanting Mace Windu in season 2? If he did survive, which I highly doubt, what type of character would Mace be after losing his friends and allies and being betrayed by Anakin? I imagine he'd be a broken shell. Now, that's who you should have made the Last Jedi. That's a broken Jedi right there. That's a man who done lost two hands. That's a man that was thrown out of a building as he was being shot by Palpatine. Like, it didn't stop for a while till he got far enough, and then you saw it disappear. That's a person that has a grind, an axe to grind for sure. But to me, I don't think it's necessary because, again, Joel, you can speak to this. He kind of seemed to let it go in Clone Wars. Because remember when Aurora Singh said, all right, this is your chance to finish him off. And Boba said, no, it's not. I can't do it. He couldn't pull the trigger on actually killing Mace Windu. So now for him, 30 years later to go, I'm strong enough to do it now. No.
The more passive Boba Fett, that one?
Right. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Now, if you're telling
Okay.
me Mace Windu shows up in an Ahsoka series as like and
cuts Fennec Shane's head off, then yeah, we have it.
Yes. Well, there's speculation. He's one of the names that's thrown out there that he's the one that saved Grogu, right?
That's impossible.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I
impossible.
don't understand why people are putting him in the conversation.
I have
You
no
saw
idea
him
if
thrown
they-
from a building before Andy.
Mace is dead, but if he's gonna be alive, I don't know. Well, fuck it.
No, but hold on. Here's why what they're saying doesn't make sense.
I know. I agree.
He was thrown from a building before Anakin became Vader.
Yeah.
So it's like
Vader. He was there. He was standing right next to him when he fell out the window.
no, right. But when he stormed the council, he hadn't become actual Vader yet. That was after Mace Windu was thrown out of the window.
Yes.
I'm saying, what did Mace come back, nubs and all, and just nub him up, and take him out of there?
Well, he don't need his hands. He's a fucking Jedi. But
We got to pick him up with his teeth.
That still would have been weird.
With the Force.
Pick him up.
Come here, cub.
It's not like Luke was fucking holding him as he was
Whoa,
walking.
whoa. Hold on a second. The Force. This is going to be a stupid question, but I thought
Do you
the
need
Force.
your hands to use the Force? No.
Don't you?
No.
Oh.
Oh, didn't we see that with somebody already?
Yes, Kylo. When Kylo released the blaster, he didn't actually do that. He just kind of
He was
He was
a good point.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Right here.
What
None
do
of
you
this
mean?
was going on.
when Kylo held the blaster.
Oh, he was using his mind. Okay, yes.
When he let it go after
He just
was done.
He just
yeah,
released it. Yeah, I
You
got
don't
you.
need you don't need your hands. It's just that you're used to using your hands.
Right. And Anakin lost the hand. Dooku lost both hands and still had access to
Luke lost his hand, but obviously, but they still got replacements for the most part.
Right. Yeah, the force is within here. It doesn't lie within limbs.
Telekinesis, bro. You don't need limbs for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say this. I don't need Mace Windu to be alive. I don't. I've never believed he was dead.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's always been in the back of my head. I never thought he was dead, but if someone told me tomorrow they're never bringing him back, I wouldn't go, oh, wait, what? But no, I wouldn't do that. But
where would he be? How do you explain the absence? I don't mind if his character's still alive.
Well, you can explain his absence the way you explain Luke's, but at least Mace's would make more sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mace could have in so many different times changed his actions and maybe things would have maybe gone a little bit differently. Like remember, he was going to kill Palpatine. Mm-hmm. Anakin's like, you can't arrest him? Like, just arrest him. And he's like, no, he has to die.
That's because Mace knew that motherfucker was the Sith Lord.
Oh, no. I agree with you. I agree with you, but the only reason Anakin acted out in that way was because he's like, I just need him alive. I don't need him
a little bit
free.
Why?
I don't need him free.
He's got to save Padme.
Right. So that, Joe, is what I think you could explain what he's been doing. Gotcha. Give him the Luke background, but at least Mace's makes more sense.
It makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
A lot more sense. So that's just Joe is saying how would you explain what Mace Windu's been doing all this
because
time?
Of everything that happened, from Revenge of the Sith up until that point, right? Because you have obviously the whole empire pretty much. Where would he be if he was whatever? But if he went as a recluse and just, went away from that life, then that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because you would. I don't know if he would be considered a Jedi at that point, right? Because they said that there was no more Jedi at one point. So if he is alive, I think he would be. Maybe.
And if you're Mace, obviously Obi-Wan's out there, and obviously at some point you felt the force of Luke. Mm-hmm. But at no point could Mace Windu ever have fought Vader in one.
That would be a fun conversation. Your father cut my fucking hands off.
I'm only here to kill your daddy, right? Oh, don't even worry about it.
Mace is one of the strongest.
Don't worry, I took care of it.
I took care of it. Don't worry, I killed my dad. What did you say, Joel?
I said Mace is one of the strongest Jedi, though.
Yeah,
1,000%. But defeating Vader, no, he couldn't even defeated Anakin at that point. Anakin at that point was just becoming way too fucking powerful. The only reason Obi-Wan was able to beat him was because
Obi's the man. He beat Maul, beat Vader.
I won't argue that, but that was 100% more so the emotional ties. Anakin had no emotional ties with Mace. He would have killed him instantly. Like there's been no talking.
The reason he became Vader is because of emotional ties, to be fair.
Oh, right. But I'm saying there's none between Mace and Anakin. Anakin wouldn't have needed to have that long-ass conversation where he gets Obi-Wan got in Anakin's head enough for him to be able to.
Yeah. Anakin's arrogance is what did him in. If anything. Yeah.
Most of the time, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Even though Ahsoka put up a good fight against Vader.
You said Mace could have put up a fight against Vader?
Ahsoka put up a good fight against Vader.
Oh, right. Also, drawing on the heartstrings.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw her, it was kind of just like, ooh.
Well, it's not like they weren't emotional too during that fight, They weren't like, oh, fuck, die. No, they loved that guy,
Wait, Ahsoka
Ahsoka and Obi.
Right.
They had strong connections. He cried when he was like, stand down, basically.
No, I agree with you. I'm only saying that Anakin had no emotions towards Mace. That's the only reason why I was saying he would kill Mace quickly. Yeah. But I agree with you. But all right, speaking of Kenobi, we're getting out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in to our finale of Book of Boba Fett, episode 7. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Even if you didn't enjoy it, we hope you took the elements of what makes Star Wars great and at least appreciated that.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't get to speak on the Rancor, goddammit, and that was one of my
favorites. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
God damn it, that was one of the best scenes of the whole that was my Hulk smash moment. Like throughout the scene. He went nuts. I fucking loved seeing
That's exactly what I thought of was the Hulk, to be honest with you.
It's funny because I forgot about the Rancor like everyone else. He left. And he came back. I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot all about it. And then there was such a payoff at the very end where he went ham on those fucking robots. I was like, that was cool. That's a way to go out. That was
Not
really
just the
cool.
robots, Joel. Dude,
And people, the pike,
mashing down the pikes, eating one, throwing one across, getting the Wilhelm scream. Wow.
I didn't realize he was that big either. I'm like, I thought he was smaller than that.
Yeah.
Big.
Crazy thing is, that's young. He has room to grow.
Oh my
That's
god, I think it's big.
The thing that was going to kill Luke was massive.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
Want to
That was
destroy
way
the whole
bigger.
town.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, control it. That's why it stays inside a little cage.
Yeah. That's why Jabba's just like,
they're
take it out for a walk.
Where are those things roaming? I don't want to be
it.
there.
He's walking through the
Yeah,
town. He's walking through the town. Everybody's bowing or whatever, and they're under their breaths.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Clean up after your fucking pet. Clean up your fucking pet. You took a shit on my roof.
But wait, yo, do you know how much balls you have to have? Do you know how much balls you have to have? That's the equivalent of taking your dog for a walk, the dog pooping in the grass, and then watching people step in it. Yeah. He's just like, yeah. Boba was walking through all the damage he created.
Yeah. How's your living room?
I saved this town.
Yeah, clean it up. Clean it up. You know, somewhere a family is back there crying because like that record destroyed their whole hut.
Yeah,
revenge.
What was the name of that fruit? What was the name of the fruit that they gave Boba? That Boba gave to Black Chrysanthemum?
I don't remember. I don't remember the name.
The little girl's like, here, take a mango. It's all we have left.
Yeah.
It's the only thing your Rancor didn't destroy. But I even love Fennec Shan's line of Black Chrysanthemum. Do you want to share?
Well,
He's like, fuck no. He's like, I almost died 6 times today. I'm eating this thing.
The Power Rangers had a what do you call it? They had a valid argument. They're like, you give it to him. What about us? We don't get anything. He's like, hey, do you want to share?
The difference is Black Chrysanthemum almost died 85 times in the course of this episode.
Yep.
That's a good point. He was like,
he deserved it. Well, he didn't get the back
the whole way.
He does deserve it.
He's like, I can't take a bath. Can I at least eat? Like I'm starving. So yeah, it's the least he can do.
See, I pay you guys well.
Right? Look at this. Eat fruit. Everyone gets fruit here. All right. Last question I want to ask you guys. We're getting out of here. I want to ask, starting with you, Joe. How excited are you that May 25th is the official date for Obi-Wan Kenobi series?
I'm very excited. Well, it's May 20th. It's not May 4th.
No.
For some reason because we were talking about it was going to be on Star Wars Day. That's the official May 25th is the original, the OG date. Yes. So I love that. Okay, now that I know it's May 25th, that's great because that's what started it all. May 25th, 1977. So yes, I am. I'm all right with it.
I'm all right.
I'm happy with it. Also,
right? I'm saying that with confidence. I'm pretty sure that was the original date for New Hope, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm looking right at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm mostly excited because if the rumor is true and we are getting the Grand Inquisitor, which kind of makes no sense, but I guess they'll explain it. I'm excited to get the Grand Inquisitor in this Kenobi series.
Mm-hmm.
I think that rumor is somewhat true. I think it might be a new Grand Admiral rather than the exact one, because I'm pretty sure Rebels kind of cleared everything up about that character right up into his death. So, spoiler alert for anyone out there, but it kind of just gives you a more eye-opening to the rumor.
And this is between the Sith and Revenge and New Hope,
right? It takes place 10 years after Revenge.
Oh, yes. You're right. I don't know. My brain's gone.
No. I'm not saying it to refute what you just said. I'm trying to remember.
No, it does refute what I said. Because when he died, that was closer to the end of the war than the beginning.
Closer to New Hope.
Right.
Right.
So he should still be alive and kicking.
You know, he doesn't die in this movie. This show. I mean.
Right. But yeah, no, that's very interesting because it kind of retcons a few things of Rebels, but whatever. Yeah, but Joel, how excited are you? May 25th, we get Kenobi back.
That's the one I've been really waiting for. I've been pleasantly surprised at everything else. Like I've loved The Mandalorian, I've loved Book of Boba Fett. but I wasn't expecting to love them. It's more like they made me love them. You know what I mean? Whereas Obi-Wan is the one I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted to see that story. Obi-Wan's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So I get to see him do his thing in his own show. So in his prime. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think what excites me the most, Joel, is that he said in a recent interview, we're going to get him and Anakin in flashbacks. And I'm like, we never got to see them in their armor. So I'm like, the fact that we're going to see them in their armor is mind blowing, bro. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be any good.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be such a good show. Damn it.
I'm not gonna be any good, bro. The first time I hear the breathing, oh my goodness, it's just gonna be insane. And especially because, Joel, I wholeheartedly believe, because I don't think they're gonna do multiple seasons of this Kenobi series.
We don't need to.
They're calling it limited series. So
right. Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe we will get Ahsoka in that series, in some of the flashbacks.
What decision making goes behind what they choose to make limited as opposed to greenlighting? Because I'm hearing Andor's already greenlighted supposedly for a second season.
Right, because Andor you can kind of stretch your legs a little bit more, but with the Kenobi series, there's only but so much you can do before you start hitting into actual things that happen that he shouldn't have been there for.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, I never saw Kenobi here or there.
Plus, he dies pretty much soon after that anyway. There's only a small timeline between.
No. It's a pretty big timeline. He's in.
Oh, no, there's a huge time. What am I talking about? Between Revenge and A New Hope. Yeah, there's a huge timeline. What am I talking about?
I wonder how long is it, though? I'll look it up.
It has to be 15 to 20 years, Joel.
I would say about 20 years, right? Because of how old Luke is in A New Hope versus how he was.
Yeah, because Luke is what, 15 maybe? It's 16?
No.
14?
Wait,
15?
For this series?
No, A New Hope.
A New Hope? I thought he was in his 20s.
Yeah, he had to be in his 20s. He had to be in his 20s. Yeah.
I don't know if he's in his 20s. He might be younger than that. I think he was a teenager. But
maybe 19.
You know what, Joel? It's very possible that they were casting the same way they did Toby Spider-Man. So it's very possible.
I don't know how old Luke was when.
It could be 19. I know Carrie Fisher, I think, in real life was like 19 when she filmed.
Right.
So I just don't know how old. I mean, they're obviously twins. I don't know how old they were supposed to be in the movie, honestly.
I don't either. No. I just know I think he was supposed to be. I think he was supposed to be a teenager, but that's why I'm like, I wonder how old. So I mean, if let's say he was born in Revenge of the Sith, so let's say it's been 15 or 18 years, right? Something say like that.
Yeah, we can split the difference
around that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we can split the difference there. But yeah, so I'm very excited to see. And look, I really do hope, because now it's canon. Like when Lucas did Revenge of the Sith, it was only Kenobi and Anakin. But now that this is all canon, I would love to see Rex in a flashback. I would love to see Ahsoka in a flashback, because now
we're supposed to see Cody in this.
Right. Cody's supposed to be with the with Vader Squad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's very interesting. And I am very intrigued, Joel, because not long after Revenge of the Sith, maybe 5 years. No, not even then. Maybe a year. Vader started killing off the clones.
Revenge of the Sith to New Hope is 19 years.
Okay, so
we were one off. We were one off.
Yeah.
Okay, we were one off. We said 20. Yeah, we were one off.
And then I said Carrie was 19 in real life, so it kind of makes sense if.
Yep.
I
think they just used her age. They're like, fuck it, just make her 19.
Cody's the one that took a shot at Obi-Wan, right? When he was writing that. Okay.
Yep. Because remember, and that's why I have to remind people all the time. The reason why it was easier for Cody to turn on Obi than for Rex to turn on Ahsoka and Anakin is because Obi treated Cody like they just worked together. That was it. They weren't friends. They just worked together. They had the same job. That was it. They were coworkers. Anakin loved Rex like his family.
He emotionally attached to Rex as opposed to Obi-Wan was more, well, like he's a Jedi. He's a more traditional Jedi. He's not going to get as connected as more what they call damn it, there's a word for it and I can't think of it.
There's a word for it.
When you make friends and you're not close, like you work with someone but you're not
acquaintance.
That's the word. God damn it. There you go. It's an acquaintance.
Yes, Cody was very much the Rex and Anakin are getting a beer. You want to go for a beer?
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't do that shit.
I don't really like to mingle with people outside. No.
I don't even know who you're. Oh, Cody. Sorry. Yeah, I don't do that. But Trayvon, you excited for this Kenobi series?
I am, but see, I'm not. It's well versed. It seems you guys are. I'm excited for.
Hey, hold on, time out. With Kenobi or the timeline?
Just all of that. I'm not like I don't know.
Well, here's the good
what
news.
to expect,
Between
I
now
guess.
and May 25th, if you
I
stay
know.
consistent, you'll have garnished all the same feelings.
I'll
from
get there.
one.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
finish Rebels. So you
Yeah, I
got to
did.
see,
Right.
you got to see some of
So you
Obi-Wan.
know the timeline pretty well.
Yeah, you'll be
And
fine.
you know you watch the prequels. And you know,
I think I was surprised by the date because I thought another show was going to be announced in that month, but now it seems it's not going to be.
What show?
Nothing. It's not Star Wars related, but it's fine.
What show? I'm curious
Miss
now.
Marvel. Miss Marvel.
No, but we told you that.
Yeah, but the dates from Miss Marvel popped up on.
Those were that was you got bullshitted, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's bullshit, it's all of them popped up. Then Moon Knight, that and She-Hulk, all the dates are up there, and the episode titles.
The thing, like,
Moon Knight's easier to do. Right,
Moon
Knight's easier to do because we know when it starts, so we know how many.
Now that you're talking about it, let's look at May 25th is Obi-Wan, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So May 25th is Obi-Wan.
Doctor Strange is. Yeah, and Doctor Strange was
the beginning of May.
Yeah. Yep. Then the week after is like from the.
I mean, it could
Miss
still
Marvel.
come out. I mean, it could still come out around the same time.
Well, they'll be. I mean, they'll be on
different days.
Time, I doubt they would do that though. They will let them both be on.
They've done it before though. I mean, obviously not with as big of shows.
Not with live action.
They've done it before.
Because Bad Batch was going on during some of the Marvel shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was an animated show, so maybe they don't.
But right. I'd stick more to the fact, Trayvon, that they said they wanted Miss Marvel to come out in the summer. So I'm thinking they're thinking more to June or July. So I just
maybe it's after.
Still to that.
Maybe it's after Obi-Wan. How many episodes is Obi-Wan supposed to be?
I think 7 or 8. Can't be any shorter than that.
What's with these 7 episodes? Just do 8.
She-Hulk is the only one that's getting like 10 episodes supposedly.
Yeah, because it's gonna be like WandaVision. It's gonna be like half hour.
More of a sitcom, right? Yeah.
Everything else is getting 6. Moon Knight 6. I was like, okay.
6 I'm okay with. Like I was telling I think I was telling Kanan earlier today. 6 I'm okay with because it limits your ability to give me filler. You know what I'm saying? Every episode has the hit. I'm okay with that. If you feel as though 6 is all you need, 6 is all you need. No problem.
I mean, they've done a good job so far with 6.
6 is good.
I don't mind 6. You know,
the order is a lot if you think about it, movie length wise.
Yeah,
if you're watching it consecutively.
Right.
That's the thought in my head when you guys were talking about the clones and just what you said about Rex. I was like, that's not like computing with me right now. I was like, he turned on them. Like it's not. It's not.
Are you there yet?
No.
Well, also Trayvon, no. But time out. Also, we didn't spoil anything. You know, Order.
I know, but it's just so.
Yeah, and here's another time out.
That sounds awful.
You ready for this? Here's another reason we didn't spoil it for you. For reasons me and Joel still don't understand. You chose to watch Rebels before you watch Clone Wars, so you know Rex is alive.
I didn't know that was a. Like I didn't know. Like
I get you, no problem. But again, I didn't spoil
Disney XD. I watched it. Like,
right, but again, I didn't spoil anything because you know Order 66 is a thing, and you did watch Rex, so you know Rex obviously is still alive.
You know Rex is alive, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you watch Bad Batch, right?
No.
Bad Batch is good, guys. Watch Bad Batch.
Well, no, I'm going to.
To be fair, you should watch it after Clone Wars.
I am.
Yeah. Wait. Definitely don't watch it now. If you're not done with Clone Wars, watch Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But all right, guys, that's all we got. We hope you guys, like I said before, we hope even if you maybe didn't like certain things, we hope that the core thing you took out of this was Star Wars is back and in full force.
At least it is for me.
And that's all of us ever wanted was just to be able to say Star Wars is back. Not Star Wars had a cartoon here and 15 years later had maybe one good movie. It's back. It's a string of just good, right? However you take the good, it's a string of good. Star Wars is back. Shout out to Eric Davis. We were talking earlier on Twitter about just the feeling. It's just good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Joel, you guys know the feeling of like when the Giants won the Super Bowl and the city just felt good, right? It just felt like
Everything was good.
And he
awesome,
lost me.
right?
And he
Like,
lost me.
it just feels awesome. Well, it's just equating to, you know, when you see someone
I'm
fly.
just playing.
Only one thing would feel better. Only one thing would feel better. Mets winning the World Series.
Mets won the World Series. I'll be in jail for streaking naked.
Nah, for
I'm
me,
telling
for
you
me
that
obviously,
Joel, but you have
The
you've
Knicks.
had it. The Knicks. I thought you were
The
gonna say
Knicks.
Yankees.
I agree with Joel.
no. I've experienced Yankee championships.
I know exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
if the Knicks win, the whole city would shut. The whole tri-state area
Yeah,
would shut.
that's a team that's starving for a championship. So yeah, I get it.
Right. Yeah. We at that point we would know polar ice caps of all.
I bought. It's funny because I bought my brother. What was it? 80. When they won the last championship? 80.
Well, Mets
86. Yeah,
86. Yeah.
86. I bought him a like I forgot what it was, but it was a 1986 reference. But I wish it was a party like 1986. So
Gotcha.
That shows funny.
Sucked Joel.
He loved it though, so whatever.
But no, like I said, so again, that's what's so special to me about Star Wars is that it should be the one project that just brings people together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see Star Wars divide until this last trilogy. It was just like
I mean it was pretty bad during the prequels, but like
but not as bad as the Last Jedi. The Last Jedi wasn't. It was
this new trilogy took it to another level.
But it was just, but more so the Last Jedi, because I think for the most part, the consensus
it was. You know how Jordan's feeling about it is back. That's how it felt during the Force Awakens.
Right.
Yeah. Oh God, it's back. You know what I mean?
I mean, but then you get the Last Jedi. But what bothered me with the Last Jedi was, as much as I had issues with that movie. Right. If if either one of you wanted to talk about it with me, right? Talk about it, because I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either.
I'm sitting in a bar, right? Because my ex-girlfriend was bartending, where she worked, and this guy, she's like, "Oh, that's my boyfriend. He's a huge Star Wars fan, right?" So he turns to me and he's like,
"Fucking kill you.
What'd you think of The Last Jedi?" I was like, it was all right. He goes, "Okay, whatever." And then, dude, he literally turned around and ghosted, not like just said, "Okay, we can't have a conversation." Really?
Look, I will always say this. I will always say, was it a bad Star Wars movie? No. Was it the worst possible castration you could do to Luke Skywalker? Yes. And
that's exaggerating. But
that is my issue.
And Luke I was a fan of Luke
should have been a million times better. And again, like I said, to me, just the people I was interacting with, it hurt so much because of how much Luke Skywalker meant to them, because they did read the books, they did keep up with Luke Skywalker, and he just meant more. So then to see him to where it's just like, I turn my back, fuck everybody, fuck all you. It's like, wait, hold on. This is my
lightsaber. I understood it.
I did too. Look, I grew up a fan of Luke Skywalker. I understood it. Now, would I have chosen the other way? Preferably, yes. But I understood what he was trying to say.
It's kind of like how people. So cool. It's a comparison where people do like Superman. Superman not supposed to be as dark or kill, and I'm like, okay, like it's okay.
He shouldn't kill. No,
if we would have had, if the Last Jedi,
I've seen Superman drink liquor in a movie before.
I've seen it too. I love that.
Well, he was bad.
Great. That was great.
But again, I think the biggest disconnect is. I think the biggest disconnect is.
Maybe it was 3.
Keeping up with Luke Skywalker was literally 3 movies and then just books.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If we would have gotten, I think Last Jedi maybe is a better film if it comes out now, or in like a couple of years from now, after we've gotten what we got from Luke Skywalker on screen.
If we got a series of Luke, we just got way more Luke to showcase.
Because we got Luke then the way we wanted it on the screen, and then you could have told the stories of why he's so jaded and why he's You're
absolutely right. And you know what? I think in the future, obviously not now, when they get to that timeline again, they will make those movies feel better.
Well, look what they do with the prequels. Look what they do with the prequels.
Exactly.
It's not. I mean, I don't get it. It's not enough for them to say like he was teaching people. They all got killed. His like
it is on the surface.
Like, is that enough? Like
When you
Why
have a
would he be
deeper
jaded?
connection to them, you want more. You want to see more.
Yeah.
Especially when you haven't seen your favorite character in like 30 years or whatever.
And also, Trayvon, as we always say, the Flash is the hope of the Justice League. He's the light. He's everything that's good about it. That's Luke. In nothing I've ever read would I ever imagine Luke ever doing that. Even Mark Hamill came out and said, I was so against so much of this Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because he knows that's not Luke. That's not what George Lucas ever wanted Luke Skywalker to be. So again, there's nothing wrong if you were okay with it. Like I said, everyone's connection isn't the same as other people's. It doesn't make anything right or wrong.
Yeah.
I have a super deep connection with Luke. He meant everything to me. So that's why I read the book. So when I saw that, I'm just like, I can't imagine that under any circumstances. If anything, I could have seen him wanting to right the wrongs of allowing Ben to go the wrong way. So that's why I was just like, to just give up. I didn't like that. And then to make him essentially a Force ghost fighting Kylo at the end of the movie, like, the fuck am I watching?
What
is that? He couldn't
really
fly there?
I liked it. I just didn't like that.
I loved it.
I
don't like that he died. I don't like that he
Yeah.
died. And yes, I would have liked to see him use this as a lightsaber at some point. But
yeah,
that was a dope ass scene.
I'll never forget where I'm like, oh my God, he's so awesome. And then it's like, wait.
It took all his energy to do
Wait.
that.
Like, wait, what? Yeah, no, thank you. But anyway, like I said, guys, please stay tuned. We have so much more coming down the line. Joe is actually doing 2 review shows tomorrow night.
Yep.
For both Book of Boba and
Peacemaker. Peacemaker.
Episode 7 of Peacemaker. Episode 7 of
Penultimate, correct?
Penultimate, yes.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I believe, right, yeah.
Joe, outside of you and Trayvon, I told Joel. Remember I told Kitty? I told
shit, you know what? Peacemaker actually comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I thought I was a week behind. I'm doing tomorrow's show tomorrow. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. So make sure you guys check out Just Your Average Joe on YouTube.
And what are we doing Friday? You're going to be on there too?
Yes. We're doing top 5 best Super Bowl moments.
I thought our top 5 favorite Super Bowl games. Oh,
Was
we're
it?
doing moments?
No. Is it? I could be wrong, Joe. Today has been stressful.
Yeah, I thought
Is it?
originally you pitched top 10 Super Bowl games and the factors for each team or something like that.
Okay.
Or moments. I guess you could if you want to word it that way. And I was like, I think we should do 5.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't have moments. I just have
one.
It's
the
okay.
game.
I have 5 games in my head, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Moments, games.
Well,
I have.
I can
Patriots
easily pick the
fan. I have
moments
2.
though. Moments.
Oh no! None of my games will be New England games. Because I don't want to be biased. So none of my
I'm about
5.
to say, well, that's a lie, then you're just lying to yourself at this point.
See, I went.
No. Are my top 5 actually Patriot moments? Yes. But
Yes.
will I be using them on the show? No.
Okay.
See, I didn't do that.
I
I didn't just. I'm not picking Giant games because the Giants won.
Right.
Like I'm not even gonna choose Giants Bills only because I thought it was a close game. It was a great game, but the Bills lost. The Giants didn't win. You know what I mean? Like that was they lost on a missed field goal. So as much as I loved it, and it means a lot because that was the first Super Bowl that I actually watched.
Mhm.
I'm not going to use that, but it's hard to not put Giant games in there only because the 2 I think that I'm using were actually good games.
That's fair. Yeah.
And they had memorable moments too. Like,
Yes, memorable
Whoa.
moments.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
the most memorable. Yeah, the
Both
most
of them do.
memorable thing of it is me
Helmet
ending
cats.
my friendships with both Joel and Joe. Anyway, make sure you guys join Just Your Average Joe on YouTube and Instagram. Stay tuned tomorrow for his breakdowns of Book of Boba and Peacemaker. Stay tuned. We will be doing our own Peacemaker breakdown at some point. We'll also be doing GVN Talk. And look, we're going to try our best to do a pretty big Star Wars interview sometime soon. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that comes into fruition. But that's all we got, guys. Check out me and Joel's Much Ado About Nothing episode we just dropped. Check out GVN Talk once I release it sometime this weekend with me and Trayvon. So make sure you guys stay tuned. There's so much more coming. We'll see if there's a show maybe we can review in between now and literally the end of March. So we'll see. Maybe something's out there we can review for you guys.
The Batman.
February.
Well, that's a movie, so that's literally
March, though.
Oh, you mean episodic?
Right.
Episodic.
Right. I was thinking the
Episodic.
animation show Joel likes, but that's already started. So I'll have to just review that at the end. The D&D show you were talking about?
Oh, Vox Machina, yeah.
Yeah, but it's already started, so I'm not going to pick up in the middle of it. So we'll just do a review at the end of the season. But stay tuned, guys. There's so much stuff coming. And look, have a safe and fun Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe we get this Kenobi trailer this Sunday. Maybe.
Hope
Maybe
so.
The Rock gives us another Black Adam trailer. Maybe.
I can't wait for Black Adam.
There's so much, guys. All right. This is a very geeked out year. So you'll be seeing our faces a lot. But till next time, guys.